Welcome, everyone. Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka. Here. Councilman Agamando. Here. Councilwoman Sanchez.
Here.
Councilwoman Mazer.
Here.
Council President Garrett.
Here, please rise for the flag salute. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during the meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by same may have in the past sought legal redress through the courts. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not for the council.
Before we open the meeting to the public, the mayor has some presentations.
Good evening, everyone. Back in 1980, President Jimmy Carter issued a proclamation declaring the week of March the 8th as National Women's History Week. The proclamation said, quote, "Too often the contributions of women were going unnoticed. Also, the achievements, leadership, courage, and love of the women who built America was as vital as that of the men whose names we know so well." In 1987, the U.S. Congress declared March as National Women's History Month. We here in Saddlebrook have been celebrating since the early 1980s. This evening, we have chosen 5 women to be recognized for their outstanding contributions in 5 different categories. Those categories are business leadership, community service, educational excellence, outstanding citizenship, and public safety. The women selected are to be considered role models for other women to hold in high esteem, men and women to hold in high esteem. Unfortunately, one could not be here this evening. Her name is Maria Scaduto, the owner-operator of Maria's Bakery, Maria's Italian Bakery, at 386 Market Street. The bakery opened in 2007, and it's a very popular and successful business. Customers come from near and far to taste our pastries. Maria lives in town with her husband and her family. So unfortunately, Maria could not be here this evening, but she will be recognized and she will receive a proclamation. So our first proclamation is for community service, and it's we're honoring Ann Schneider. Ann, could you please come up? Hi, Ann. I'm going to read this proclamation. It's important to do so. So, whereas Ann was born to Joseph and Carmela Galini. I was going to butcher that. Galini. She was raised in Garfield, New Jersey, along with her 2 siblings. Ann has lived in Saddlebrook for 52 years. She and her husband, Robert, Bob, as I know him, have 2 children, Annette and Diane, and 1 granddaughter, Jessica. Ann worked at Nielsen Marketing for 37 years, and prior to the COVID-19 outbreak, she volunteered at the Saddlebrook Center for Food Action. Ann is currently a member of the Saddlebrook AARP and a member of the Happy Stitchers. The club meets every Thursday at the Saddlebrook Senior Center and crochets various items. Most recently, along with other Stitchers, Ann donated blankets they made to the patients of Kessler Rehabilitation Center. So now, therefore, on the 16th day of March 2023, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women's History Month, wish to honor and recognize Ann Schneider for outstanding community service.
Thank you.
Next, we have education. So I'd like to invite Catherine Everston up to the podium. I'd like to recognize, we have in the audience the library chairman, Howard Mulder, and trustee Al Yoda. I don't know if anybody else, you're the only two, right? No. Somebody else? Am I missing somebody?
Jill?
Oh, Jim, I'm sorry.
Michelle Kim?
Oh, Michelle Kim. Sylvia Zanarelli. Okay, I think that's it, sorry. All right. So Catherine. Catherine was born to Mark and Karen Iverson in Berkeley, California. She was raised in Summit and West Orange, New Jersey, along with her one sibling, Peter. Catherine received her bachelor's degree from Smith College and her master's of library and information science degree from Rutgers University. Catherine worked at the South Orange Public Library before coming to Saddlebrook in 2006. Catherine was the children's librarian until 2016 when she became the library director here in Saddlebrook. For 17 years, Catherine has supported the operation of our library. Currently, she oversees personnel, library, board relations, services, and collections, and community involvement. We are thankful and grateful for all of her hard work. And on a personal note, the library has really come a long way since Catherine took over, as well as with the leadership of the library board. You've done great things, especially your social media is fantastic. So anyway, now on this 16th day of March, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, honor and recognize Catherine Iverson for outstanding role in education. Thank you. Supposed to give you this. And you can get yours later. Okay. Unless you want to come up now. Sorry. I'm a little nervous. Take it out, right? Okay, moving along. Next, we have outstanding citizen, and I'd like to invite Kathleen Shanahan to the podium. How we doing? Okay, Kathleen grew up in Garfield in Wallington, New Jersey, and Kathleen is married to Richard Shanahan, and they have 3 children, Patrick, Alicia, and Nolan. And I'd like to say, Richard, I'd like to thank you for your service to this country. Richard was in the reserves, I believe. Right. And was for 30 years and was deployed overseas. So thank you very much for your service.
Thank you for your support. Appreciate it.
Kathleen received her associate's degree in early childhood education from Bergen Community College and her bachelor's in English from Montclair State University. Kathleen's employment includes teaching toddler classes in music and movement and being a nanny for several families in Bergen County. Kathleen was active in both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts for over 20 years. She was a den leader for Cub Pack 222 and has also chaired several scout committees. Currently, Kathy is an active member and past president of the VFW Post 3484 Auxiliary and is the junior vice president in our District 2 Auxiliary. Kathleen's position at Paramus Hospital representative and chairperson of youth activities allows her to pursue her passions for youth and seniors. So now, therefore, on the 16th day of March, I, Robert D. White, the mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, in celebration of Women in History Month, wish to recognize Kathleen Shanahan for outstanding citizenship in our community. Thank you. but not least, we have Kim Diaz. Please come up. Okay. Kim was born in Passaic, New Jersey, to Luis and Lourdes Diaz and her two siblings, and has two siblings. She grew up in Florida, then at age 16 moved to Southborough. Kim graduated from Southborough High School and attended Rutgers University, where she began her career in law enforcement at the age of 22. Kim was sworn in as a police officer for the Township of Southborough in July of 2013. Kim is a law enforcement against drugs instructor for the 6th grade class at Franklin Elementary School. She is committed to protecting our community's youth through the education of drugs, bullying, negative peer pressure, and influence. Kim takes part in the coordination and planning of the annual National Night Out and recently was assigned as the first LGBTQ law enforcement liaison at the Southborough Police Department. Her hope is to help bridge the gap between law enforcement and the LGBTQ plus community through education and outreach. So now, therefore, on the 16th day of March, 2023, I, Robert D. White, the Mayor of the Township of Southborough, in celebration of Women's History Month, honor and recognize Kimberly Diaz for outstanding public safety. I also just want to say something quickly. I know Kim is, she's a very humble person, and she doesn't like to talk about herself, but Kim saved a life back in September of 2020. There was a young, I think it was a young adolescent, I think he was a male, but he was distraught and he was threatening to jump off the bridge from Route 46, the walk pass over Route 46. And Kim went there, was the first responder, and the person would only talk to Kim, and she was able to, through her skills in speaking and being compassionate, was able to talk the person from jumping off and save that person's life. So I know it was the news, I think it was Channel 2 did a feature story on it. So it was a lot of publicity. I know she doesn't like that, but she's a great police officer, and we love and respect her. So thank you. I just want to mention we got Captain Lee Cadigan in the audience, Lieutenant Doug Haberman from the police department as well. So I think that's it. Where is he? Yeah. Captain OIC John Zadolo as well. So thank you. That's it for Women's History. Thank you very much. Let's have a loud round of applause. I'm really messing up tonight. Yeah, I'd like Flo Mazer to come up, as well as Sarah Sanchez, Councilwoman Flo Mazer and Councilwoman Sarah Sanchez, and our interim business administrator, Maureen Ruan. I have flowers for them. Let's get a picture. I also should ask, I forgot to ask any of the women if they want to say something. I'm really messing up. Sorry. Anybody want to say anything? Okay. You available now? What's that? Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we get all the women up for a photo with the council as well? Come on, right here. Council too.
Don't worry, Nina. I'll distract
Anybody last chance? Anybody want to say anything?
next week. She just said, I know.
My mom is short and my sister. No, I'm the mother. I may be short, but I'm a mother.
Motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? The meeting is now open. Anyone wishing to address the council, please state your name, your address. We are going to limit everybody to 3 minutes. Thomas.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Thomas Van-Winkle. I'm at 128 Lincoln Avenue. First, I want to start by saying how wonderful this new municipal complex looks. It's just been such an honor to capture the construction from beginning to now. It's just been an honor. Also, I want to speak about the Mayor's Youth Group. We met February 25th at the Old Town Hall. We talked about doing a Student Government Day in the future. We also discussed the Easter celebration, which will be on Saturday, April 8th from 12 to 2 p.m. in this new complex. Here's a beautiful complex. Will be in the rec center. We're excited for that. We'll have the Easter Bunny. We'll have, I believe we're going to have treats, and they'll be playing games for the kids. Also, I do want to mention with the Mayor's Youth Group, we had a couple members who were involved in the Oliver play last weekend at the high school. Just spectacular. Just no other way to put it. Just what Mr. Ortega and his crew have done for everybody in the play, just to grow the program over the years. It's just incredible. So I just want to commend them for a job well done last weekend. It is now playing on the Saddlebrook TV station, so if anybody wants to watch it, please check that out. That's all I have for now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Thomas. Does anyone else wish to address the council? Motion to close the meeting to the public? Motion. All in favor? Aye. Mayor, comments?
Thank you, Council President. Our municipal building right here that we're in, it's as Thomas said, it's after all this time, it's fantastic to see this come to fruition, and it really came out beautiful, and we're very, very happy. I'm sure to speak for the council to really finally be in here. It didn't take that long, really, as far as this building, the project. It was pretty timely for the most part. The last couple of months were a little hectic, but overall, we took about 16 months, I think, and there was planning before that, but once they started construction, so I think that's pretty good. We're in the process of moving in. About half of the departments are already moved over. The other half will be moving within the next week or two. And we all should be in by the end of the month. I want to say we are looking for part-time employees to work the recreation center. The recreation center is going to be open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, 7 a.m. to about 5 p.m. It's $15 an hour, and if you're interested, please call Rec Director Andy Gallo, 201-587-2900. Our budget. I just want to mention the senior freeze for a minute. There are still some seniors that don't realize that there is a property tax reimbursement. There is a hotline, and you can call for the eligibility requirements. That number, and Raphael, could you please display it on the screen when you do the video? It's 1-800-882-6597. 1-800-882-6597. In the next couple of months, we're going to be bonding for the 2023 road resurfacing program. We hope to get 5 or 6 roads done this year. Our grants. I want to say, and the council is probably hearing this for the first time, some of them, we had to withdraw the Green Acres application for the Kern Street Park, the dog park, and the playground. It was going to be a combination of the both. We found out through our grant writer and through Green Acres that they're only willing to pay 25%, which we thought it was going to be much more than that. We thought it would be at least 50. So we withdrew it. It wasn't worth the money to do it. And we did get some opposition from the neighbors, so we decided to withdraw it. We do have a federal appropriations community project funding that we're looking for funds for 7th and 8th Street for the water main replacement there. So hopefully we'll receive that. That grant is due, I think it's due next week. So Bob, our engineer, has been working hard on that. We received 10 bids, which is very good, for Cambridge Ave paving. Excuse me. After consultation with the town engineer, Bob, we're awarding to the low bidder, who's Frank Mescione Construction out of Rochelle Park. The price is $359,567.18. As many of you know, Cambridge is a very long street, so, and that's going to be partially funded by a New Jersey DOT grant that we were awarded last year. It's over $200,000, I believe. I'm not sure the exact amount of the grant. Ordinances we have on tonight. Ordinance 1728-23 is to raise the quote threshold from $2,500 to $6,600. We also have an ordinance 1729-23, which is establishing fees for lead paint inspections, which is a requirement by the state now. Also ordinance 1730-23, which is prohibiting parking on any unsurfaced grass or dirt area by vehicles. There is an exemption for snow emergency when we ask residents to get vehicles off the roadway so the plows can go through. We have a resolution on tonight to form a cannabis advisory committee. Events, past events, the chicken bingo was Sunday, February 26th at the Senior Center. We had a very good turnout, close to 90 attended, and everybody had a lot of fun. This past weekend, as Thomas mentioned, Saddlebrook High School Middle School play. They did Oliver, and they really did a great job. It was an amazing show, and I just got to say that we have a lot of talented young students that did a fantastic job. And it was videotaped by our town videographer and is playing on our town TV every day at 9:20 a.m. and 7:42 p.m. And its Optimum is channel 77 and Verizon Fios is 38. Upcoming events, we've been invited, myself and the council, to celebrate the grand opening of the new Bergen Pride Adult Center at 250 Market Street. That's the old Chem Tech building here in town. And it's Wednesday, March 22nd at 10:30 a.m. The center offers a full-time program for young adults with autism, Down syndrome, and intellectual disabilities. On Friday, April the 7th, our ambulance corps has their fish and chips dinner, 4:30 to 7 p.m. right here at the complex. $20 for fish or chicken. For tickets, call 201-790-3750. This event is being promoted on social media and our town TV. On Saturday, April 8th, we have our Easter celebration from 12 noon to 2 p.m. right here in the municipal complex. We have the Easter Bunny coming, music, face painters, treats for the women from the Women's Club, Recreation Department as well, creative activities, and we also having a food drive table to benefit the Saddlebrook Food Pantry. So we're asking those who are in attendance to come with some kind of food, a can of soup or whatever. On Saturday, April 15th is the Little League Opening Day Parade, which starts at 9:30 a.m. at Fairlawn Parkway in Shepherd's, and it goes to Nedlick Field. On Saturday, April 22nd, the Mayor's Youth Group will be planting flowers and cleanup for Earth Day, and the location is still yet to be determined. We had retirements, a retirement. Congratulations to Captain William Havison of the Saddlebrook Police Department upon his retirement March 1st. I also want to welcome aboard Police Officer Christopher Reese. He's a transfer from Passaic Police Department, and hiring him keeps us at full complement of officers. And it's when we hire a transfer police officer, it's really a benefit because that officer is already trained and certified. They don't have to attend the police academy, which now is almost 6 months. So we don't have to pay that officer to attend the police academy and get trained. And they also don't need the same amount of in-house field training. So they can pretty much, after a few weeks, go right on the road and be alone and helping out patrol. Other things, the Mayhill Street playground was recently replaced. It's a brand new playground. Happy to say that. That's been a long time coming. We're still working on and getting quotes for the basketball courts. We want to put new basketball courts at the 5th Street Park. I also just want to mention about that Curtin Street Park. We do want to renovate it and do something because it is in need. It needs a new playground, but we're just not going to do that big project with the playground and the dog park combination. I want to congratulate the school district for passing the referendum passed on Tuesday. So I know that was very important for them in their budget. I want to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day and a happy Easter and Passover. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Akamundo.
Like the mayor said, it's nice to finally be in this building. It seems like, for me, I've only been here 21 years. I think I'm the shortest living council person on the council, but it's been a long time coming, it seems. I'm glad it's open, and I look forward to kids enjoying the new rec center we had provided for the kids, finally, after a long time. I would like to congratulate all the women who were recognized tonight, and the women that were recognized tonight, especially the one in my house for doing what she does on a daily basis to make sure we're treated right and everything is done in a scheduled manner. And I would also like to let everyone know that there's flyers out. The American Cruisers is going to do a car show on Sunday, June 11th, sorry. Rain date is July 9th. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you want to register, you could contact myself. I'm sure Rafael will put it on the screen for us. Or you could contact Joe Latini in part of the Cruisers. I don't know if that helps, but if you want to be a sponsor, there's a sponsorship form, or if you want to just register your vehicle, you can register your vehicle, and the proceeds are going to go to the Saddlebrook Volunteer Ambulance Corps. I think that would be it, other than Happy Easter and Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Mazur.
Thank you. I too want to echo what the mayor, and I'm sure my council people up here are going to say that we are so excited to be in this building. Yes, it's been a long time coming. I've been on the council for 23 years, and in those 23 years, it's been promised and promised, but thank God it came through, and we're so very happy and proud to be here. I also would like to congratulate all our honorees tonight for your dedication and service to our community. But I've got to give a shout out to one special person in my life right now, my daughter. She actually graduated 2 weeks ago from Ramapo and the University of Phoenix with honors. She got her bachelor's degree, and she worked very hard doing that. She didn't know I was going to do this, but I'm very proud of her. Love you. And we're going to have our townwide garage sale on May 19, 20, 21. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you know, get ready for it. Your townwide event, and you know, got time to prepare. Anyway, that's it right now.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
You're welcome.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Hi. I would also like to, congratulate all the women who were recognized tonight. We really appreciate and thank you for all you do. Like the mayor brought up, the ambulance corps is having their annual fish and chips. It's one of their few fundraisers, so please, if you can, come out and support that. Other than that, like they said before me, have a happy St. Patrick's Day and a happy Easter.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Simluka.
I can say the mayor has taken over my spot as the most vocal person on the day is here, so I've got nothing to say. But I'll figure it out. Take about 10 minutes of everyone's time. Congratulations, Melanie. Upset that I wasn't invited to the party, but I will forgive you. A couple of things. The Board of Ed, yes, the town proved that they were not anti-child. They were anti-something the first time around, but it was a scaled-down version, and I had a feeling that it would pass the second time around. So, congratulations, and obviously you're going to do your best to try and make it work with the money that was in the referendum. Another thing on the agenda is a Cannabis Advisory Committee. Many towns have that. That's proved to be a good idea because we are getting more and more applications. Although we have limited the types of cannabis operations that can operate in Saddlebrook, and also have limited the amount of the businesses that can operate in each type of establishment. We're getting more and more applications, so I think it's a good idea. The mayor will be appointing some members of that committee, and I'm sure they will also do a good job. I want to give a welcome to John Schettino, who is going to be we're going to vote on it today, but I'm sure it's going to pass, our new township attorney, Anthony Suarez, who has been our township attorney for 12 years, I forget, 10 years maybe. As moving on to bigger and better things, congratulations to Anthony. He has been appointed as a Superior Court judge. So again, congratulations. Served the town well, and we thank him for his service to our town. I'm sure he'll serve the rest of the county well. In the summertime, my understanding is that we are going to have 2 concerts. We had one last year, a Billy Joel tribute. This year we're going to have 2, and I think that the entertainers are still up in the air because we're trying to fix when they can appear, when we're not using the building for other things, and when we can get the trailer that they have to have, they perform on the trailer, which we don't have one, so we have to either borrow or pay for one or rent one. I spoke to, you might have seen me speaking to officer in charge of Zatolo earlier. He has placed the speed monitoring device, or did place it on on Cambridge. I don't have the numbers yet for you. He said he sent it to me. I don't recall getting it, but he's going to send it to me, and when I get it, I will share it with everyone. Currently, we've had a lot of complaints on Floral. Now, I mean, if you're speeding down Floral, you've got a stop sign, a blinking light saying your speed, and a speed hump. So, guys, if you're speeding down that road, you're just a total dope. So, don't do it. That's it. Congratulations to everyone that was honored today. Congratulations, like Todd said, to everyone that wasn't honored. What is Mother's Day? No, that's a couple of months from now, right? Mother's Day. Oh, we're going to do the same thing on Mother's Day. I'll give the same speech on Mother's Day. So thank you, and I'm happy to be here. We have John Duffy's in the audience. He's our chairman of our zoning board, does a great job there. And all the members of our boards, the unpaid members of the boards, the Board of Ed doesn't get paid. The zoning board, planning board serve without compensation. They do a wonderful job giving up their time, and I'm sure that they're looking forward to, the zoning and planning board, looking forward to their first meeting at this new facility. It's a long time coming, and it's awesome, and the seats that you're sitting on, hopefully next time we come here, will not be the seats that you will be sitting on next month. So we are in the process of trying to upgrade and update the seating arrangements here. That makes my job.
Thank you, Councilman Smaluka. Very close second to the mayor, by the way. I too would like to congratulate all the honorees, all the women tonight, and again, the women that weren't honored. My wife's in the audience. Congratulations, thank you for all that you do. I also would like to, if you look around, this building is incredible. And I'd like to just give a special thank you to a few people. The guy to my left, Pete Ladico, for his foresight into this project. I'd also like to thank the mayor for him being here consistently throughout the whole project. I would like to thank former councilwoman Karen D'Arminio, who spent probably the most amount of time here, as well as my council colleagues that are here tonight. Thank you for all that you did to make this dream, this a reality and a dream come true. So thank you. The Flood Committee will be meeting on Thursday, March 30th at 6:30 at the Senior Center. We will plan on moving here at some point once we find out the schedule, but I know nobody will be using the Senior Center that night, so we are meeting there again Thursday, March 30th at 6:30. And all I have is a happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Easter and Passover. Thank you. Moving on to the ordinances.
First reading, ordinance 1728-23. An ordinance amending section 36-11 of the Township Code of the Township of Southborough for first reading.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Smaluka.
Which one was that? This one.
Ordinance number 1728,
In words, like,
changing the spending approval maximum from 2,500 to 6,600.
yes, sorry.
Councilman Armando.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer.
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved that the ordinance amending section 36-11 of the Township Code of the Township of Southborough heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for a final passage at a meeting to be held on the 20th day of April, 2023 at 7:00 p.m. or sooner after is the matter to be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayville Street. And at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion? Second. Roll call.
Councilman Smaluka. Councilman Armando.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer.
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
Second ordinance on the agenda is ordinance number 1729-23 for first reading. An ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, New Jersey, amending the Township Code and all general ordinances of the Township, more specifically, Chapter 206-84F, fees for first reading.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes, again, this is the parking?
Fees.
Amending the fees.
Yes. I don't have my stuff.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council that the ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, New Jersey, amending the Township Code and all general ordinances of the Township, more specifically Chapter 206-84F fees, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on the 20th day of April, 2023, at 7 o'clock p.m., or sooner after as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Ordinance 1730-23, first reading, an ordinance amending Chapter 206 zoning of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook being passed and adopted on first reading.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved by the Township Council that the ordinance amending Chapter 206 zoning of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for a final passage at a meeting to be held on the 20th day of April, 2023, at 7 o'clock p.m., or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
We had talked about this, about adding trailers to this, but I just got on the Wi-Fi here, and Section 206-3A defines trailer as a vehicle, so we wouldn't have to do that. The term vehicle will include trailers in addition to motor vehicles, so I vote yes.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Ordinance 1731-23 is an ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to fix the salary and wages of employees, servants, or professional staff for white-collar employees for the year 2023 for first reading.
Motion.
Second. Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Now therefore be resolved that the ordinance of the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to fix the salary and wages of employees, servants, or professional staff for white-collar employees for the year 2023, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for a final passage at a meeting to be held on the 20th day of April, 2023, at 7 o'clock p.m., or sooner after as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or member so requested, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence, reports, and approval of minutes and applications. Not part of the consent agenda will be applications 11 and 12.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Saluka?
I just want to make sure that application 11 has now been taken off the consent agenda.
It's not part of the consent agenda.
Okay, then yes.
11 and 12. Councilman Saluka?
Yes.
Councilman Agamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
Application number 11 is Public Place, Public Blues on Market Street.
Motion.
Motion.
Roll call.
Councilman Saluka?
Abstain.
Councilman Agamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
And then application number 12 is Brothers on Route 46.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Saluka?
Abstain.
Councilman Agamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
New business.
Um,
Under new business,
Okay. Let's.
we have
Okay.
the appointment of the Township Attorney, John Shatino, and it requires advice and consent to the council.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Saluka?
John has been a valued member of the Bergen County bar community for many, many years. Is a very good lawyer, a very good man. I vote yes.
Councilman Agamando?
I do vote yes for Mr. Scatino as well.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
And the appointment's been approved. Next is the resolution establishment of a cannabis advisory committee.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Saluka?
Yes.
Councilman Agamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to old business. Any old business? Council.
Through the chair, I just want to congratulate Mr. Scatino. Very good attorney. I don't know if you want to say a few words or...
No, I would just like to thank everyone on the council and the mayor for your support, and I think I look forward to working in this community. I know Anthony Suarez, as was mentioned, will be a judge in Superior Court. I know he did a great job here, and I'm sure he's going to be an excellent judge for Bergen County, and I hope I'm able to do the same job he did for this community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I also want to congratulate Anthony Suarez. I've worked with him for the last eight years plus a couple of months, and I actually knew him before that when he was town attorney prior to that for I think it was 8 years. I worked with the man as well, so he's going to make a great judge. Congratulations, Melanie, on graduating. You know, it's difficult to do when you try to juggle everything around, but congratulations and with honors. That's great.
Did you get an invitation to the party?
Anyone else? Congratulations, Melanie. Great accomplishment.
Thank you.
Any new business?
New business?
New business, yes.
Well, first of all, congratulations and welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Looking forward to working with you. I'd like to suggest that possibly add an ordinance for next month regarding making this complex, the whole area here, smoking and cannabis free, since there will be children here. I think would be a good idea.
Anyone else do business? Andrew?
We're gonna throw vape in here too.
Big, get it.
Sorry.
Okay. Motion to open the meeting for agenda items only.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Does anyone wish to address the council for agenda items? Seeing no one, motion to close for agenda items. Second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone have any final comments?
Besides happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Easter, there's also St. Joseph in here, which is a Sunday. Better bring that in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilwoman Mazer. Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, everyone.